surveyed all the good things come to me from above. If I would count all the blessings from the storehouse above, I simply ask for the favor of Him beyond mortal king, and I'm sure He grants again and again.
We're going to start off with Exodus 12, 7 through 14. And they shall take the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper doorpost of the house wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in the night, roasted with fire, and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs shall they eat it. Eat not it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire his head with his legs, and with the pursuivants thereof, the prudence thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until morning, and what which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. And thus shall you eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt will I execute judgments. I am the Lord. The blood shall be to you for a token upon the house where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the purge shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for memorial, and ye shall keep it fast to the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by ordinance forever. So now this is the Passover of the Moses.
That would have been doing Moses.
Yeah, it'd have been Moses. I'm still asleep. Alright. So that was Exodus 12, 7 through 14. Now let's go to Matthew. Let's go all the way back to Matthew. We're going to be coming in and out of Matthew 27. Matthew 27. And we want 44 through 50. 44. The thief also, which were crucified with him, cast his same in his teeth. Now from the 6th hour there was a darkness over the land until the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani? That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Some of them that stood there, when they heard that, said, This man called for Elijah. And straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar, and put it on the reed, and gave him to drink. The rest said, Let us see, either Elijah will come to save him. Jesus, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. So this is when Jesus died on the cross. Alright, let's go back to Exodus. I want to go to Exodus. And we want 14. Exodus 14. We want 14 through 31. 14. And the Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. And the Lord said unto Moses, Wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel, that they go forward. But lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thy hand over the sea, and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go on dry land through the midst of the sea. And I, behold, I heard the heart of the Egyptian, and they shall follow them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I have gotten me honor upon the Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the angel of God, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went beyond them, and the pillar of the cloud went from before their face, and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel, and it was a cloud and a darkness to them. But it gave light by the night to those, so that one came not near the other all night. And Moses stretched out his hands over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by the strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters was divided. And the children of Israel went to the midst of the sea upon the dry land, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. The Egyptians persuaded and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses and his chariots and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning which the Lord took unto the host of the Egyptians the pillar of fire and all the clouds, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, that they have drove them heavenly, so that the Egyptians said, Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. And the Lord said unto Moses, Stretch out thy hand over the sea, that the waters may come upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots, and upon their horsemen. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it. And the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea, and the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen, all the host of Pharaoh that came unto the sea after them, and they remained not so much as one of them. But the children of Israel walked upon the dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. And Israel saw that great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians. And the people feared the Lord, and believed the Lord, and served Moses. Alright, now we want to go to Matthew 3. Back to Matthew. Go back to Matthew 3. 13. Then came Jesus from Galilee to Jordan unto John to be baptized of him. But John forbade him, saying, I need to be baptized of thee, and comest thou to me? And Jesus answered and said unto him, Suffer it to be so now, for thus it became us to fulfill the righteousness when he suffered him. And Jesus, when he was baptized, went up straightway out of the water, and lo, the heavens were opened unto him. And he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove, and lightning upon him. And lo, a voice from heaven saying, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Alright, let's go to Nehemiah. I'm going to find this one. Alright, we want to go to Nehemiah 2 and 1. And it came to pass in the month of Nisan, in the 20th year of Artaxerxes the king, that wine was before him. And I took up the wine, and gave it to the king. Now I had not been before time sad in his presence. Alright, let's go to Matthew 26. You'd think I'd save Matthew.
I know, right?
But I didn't. Alright, we want to start with 20 and go to 32. Now when the evening was come, he sat down at the 12. And as they did eat, he said, Verily I say unto you that one of you shall betray me. And they were exceedingly sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? And he answered and said, He that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, these same shall betray me. The Son of Man goeth, as it is written of him. But woe unto the man whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had not been born. When Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I? And he said, Thou hast said. And as they were eating, Jesus took bread, and blessed it, and broke it, and gave it to the disciples, and said, Eat, this is my body. And he took the cup, and gave thanks, and gave it to them, saying, Drink ye all of it, for this is my blood, and my New Testament, which I shed for many for the remission of sin. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of the fruit of the vine, until the day when I drink it anew with you in my Father's kingdom. And when they had sung a hymn, they went into the Mount of Olives. And said Jesus said unto Then said Jesus unto them, All ye shall be offended because of me this night, for it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. But after I am risen again, I will go before you to Galilee. Alright, let's go to Esther. Come on. I believe it's on this side. I need to get back into this really bad. Alright, Esther 3 and 7. In the first month, that is the month Nisan, in the 12th year of King Artaxerxes, they cast pur, that is the lot, before Haman, from day to day, and from month to month, month to month, to the 12th month, that is the month Adar. Alright, let's go to Psalms, and we want Psalms 22. and 18. They part my garments among them, and cast lot upon my vesture. Let's go back to Matthew and 27. And we want 35. I'll get this right. And they crucified him and parted his garment, casting lots, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lot. Alrighty. So now, this right here was on Nisan 14th. This is the Jewish calendar from April 2005. And if you look, you have the month of Nisan in April. Now, if we look on Nisan the 14th, and we go up, it's on a Saturday. And it would be April the 23rd. I think you can understand what I'm trying to say. I hope. If we look at the calendar now, and it would be on the year, let's see, March the 25th of 2021, which is the firstborn. And then we have motive, March 27th of 2021. And then you have Shabbat. And the 15th to the 21st, Nisan, first day committees. And 15th to the 22nd, Nisan, 2 days committees. Now, you cannot go by it every single month. It has changed. Okay, the calendar changes from year to year to year. So it's not going to be on the same time all the time. And you should celebrate this day.
She saves you a little bit more.
How to donate to Poor Man's Sewing. Mash on Poor Man's Sewing. You come up here and you look for About. And there you can donate to Poor Man's Sewing. All donations is really appreciated. Thank you very much.